All right, next series.
I have no idea what this is.
That's a baseball thing. I haven't seen it.
It's a tennis racket, Tyler.
Oh, is that Prince of Tennis?
Yeah, I think it's Prince of Tennis.
I remember watching the anime and it was like okay.
I don't remember. I've never seen it.
I thought it was mid. Not gonna lie, never finished it. That one is.
Fullmetal Alchemist. You already kind of talked about this, but I think it belongs. I personally think it belongs in Masterpiece. But if you want to put it in Great, I can understand that.
I think it's below Hunter x Hunter. It's literally just Hunter x Hunter. But yeah, it's literally Hunter x Hunter. Both different.
To Fullmetal Alchemist writing, bro.
I think the story's better than Hunter x Hunter, so maybe above it.
And also, it's actually finished.
Yeah, put it above Hunter x Hunter actually.
Also, this is one of the only cases of an anime where it has a diverging anime and it's actually good.
Yeah, I was actually kind of like digging the ending. I still like Brotherhood more, but I didn't hate.
I actually really like the two twists that the 2003 version did.
Yeah.
With spoilers, so skip here. I really like how they revealed that I like the homunculus way better in 2003 one than I do in in Brotherhood. How they were the results of failed human transmutation. I was like,
so did you like their character writing or their story better?
I like their story. The characters in Brotherhood were better, but I love the plot twist. It added more to the characters that did the human transmutation.
That's true.
It's literally the living result of their consequences.
I will say this about Fullmetal Alchemist. It is very boring at certain parts, like towards the middle. God, I dropped it a lot of times to get into it. Yeah, it was very difficult to watch. I don't know. It just felt... It has the same thing with like Hunter x Hunter. So it's like evenly distributed stats. So it's just a good show. So there's nothing really being like, oh, I want to go rewatch or watch more of this. Because it just felt like good. It didn't feel like anything was grabbing me.
I guess that's fair enough. I haven't seen Brotherhood in a long time. I've seen it multiple times. I think I would have to rewatch it and then really like evaluate it.
I've like tried to get into it 6 or 7 times and then I finally broke through and then I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's fair enough. And here
that's a masterpiece or top of great.
Never seen it.
Okay, so it's got one of the best villains.
Oh, is it the guy
like
with
villains are top, and then Rurouni Kenshin. I don't know why I said the title, but Kenshin's like character is so good, especially with him trying not to like kill or anything. It's very unique.
The villain, he's the guy in the bandages, right?
Yeah. He was the first villain. I think there was a second villain after him. This again was a while ago, so I remember it being really great, but it's been so long. It's been like, how old am I? Like 10 years?
How old? Did you forget your age?
For a second, yeah. I was like 12 when I read it.
Bro, you're 12 years old now.
Yeah, I'm 12 years old now. What's next?
Something. I don't know what that is.
Oh, is that that's the Eyeshield 21? Okay, I got a lot to say about
I've never seen it.
Eyeshield 21 has got to be like in greater masterpiece. So one thing about Eyeshield 21 is that you can tell it's dated at sometimes. So they introduce a character, right? And he's black. And so because he's black, he has like supernatural powers. So he's basically busted because he's black.
Wow. Like I said, I've never seen it. So if you can tell me some of the strong points about it, then I'd be willing to put it in greater masterpiece.
The art goes so hard at some points.
What's it called?
Eyeshield 21.
Eyeshield. I spelled it wrong.
It did a really good job of like doing mechanics of the game as well, like Haikyuu.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you see that black guy? He's like superpowers because he's black.
He looks pretty big.
Yeah. That's also because the main character's short though.
Ooh.
Yeah, the art goes so hard.
Nice. Oh shit. Look at that.
I ain't kidding with that, man.
Damn. Yeah, that looks fucking awesome. It looks like he entered his second form, bro.
I'm trying to think of like other things without spoiling it. But yeah, the characters are great. It's just like it's like Haikyuu. I don't know if I'd put it in masterpiece though.
A consistent sports anime.
Yeah, put it around great. Maybe the bottom of masterpiece.
Black Clover.
Maybe like the goalkeeper. Okay. So Black Clover is better than My Hero. You guys are just gonna have to accept that. So Black Clover, it has one of the worst starts I've seen in Shonen, and that's because of multiple reasons. So Black Clover came off the heels of Naruto ending, so they needed like something to replace it. And so it didn't help whenever the main character was like, "I want to be the Magic King,
the Wizard King." Tyler.
Yeah, the Wizard King, because it kind of like it was like, oh, okay, this is a Naruto ripoff.
And he had a rival. He had an edgy rival, or a rival didn't talk much.
Yeah, it really was like, it didn't leave a good first impression. And then some of the first arcs were kind of slow and rough too. Especially that arc when they introduced that character Mars, because he just felt like Gaara. So it was like, okay, now we have a Gaara / Zabuza ripoff.
The first couple of villains in Black Clover, like the first couple arcs, were awful. Like they were so cookie cutter generic. Like
I think there's a reason for that. So Tabata, the guy who made it, he made a bunch of different mangas and they all got axed. So for him, I think he wanted to make something that was kind of like generic that would stay in Shonen Jump so he wouldn't get axed. Because his other manga, Hungry Joker, was actually really good and unique, but it got axed. It's like, bruh, this man can't catch a break.
And Black Clover was successful, so you get to do what he wanted, you know?
Yeah. And also, Hidegoshi also had issues with that too, with My Hero. He got a lot of he got a lot of times where he got his manga cut or axed or whatever, and then if My Hero didn't succeed, he was going to quit. So yeah, that was going to be his last manga if that didn't finish or take off, I should say.
Black Clover, like, yeah, it was infuriating watching Black Clover in the beginning. And Asta, unironically, became one of my favorite shonen protagonists.
Okay, so the thing about Black Clover, it's got like a really good cast. The Black Bulls.
Oh, yeah.
But other than that, like, everyone else was kind of more like exposition dumps as characters. They're like, this is my personality, now let me dump some exposition on you. This is talking about the beginning. And then the villains for Black Clover are shit. There are only two good ones, and that's Dante and Zagrid. And literally everyone is ass. So it's got some of the worst villains in Shonen, in Battle Shonen.
Yeah, they're all generic pretty much. They just want power.
And also like Yuno, he's weird because like he doesn't get character development. He's more of like a plot device to push Asta than anything else.
Yeah.
So I think he's one of the worst Shonen rivals.
We're talking about a lot of bad things. We're trying to say the series is good.
Well, it's gonna be in good, but
yeah, it's gonna be good, but it's not like what I would call like great.
So
I love it, but I think it's just because I'm a shonen I'm a shonen slut. You know, I fucking love shonen. I love the tropes, you know?
So another thing is like Black Clover had one of the worst starts, but once it hits like a certain point, it literally just does this.
It just goes up and up.
It just only goes straight up.
It never stops.
So other shonen like have like their graphs like this, or maybe like this, and then it goes down. Black Clover just goes only up.
Because at a certain point, the arcs were fast, but they weren't like rushed. Like it always got to the action. It always got to the good shit. It was just throwing new stuff at you, new stuff at you. I can't even speak. But it was just exciting to read it and watch it, you know?
Yeah, and what's nice about it too is just like, I'm a battle shonen. That's what I am. Read me.
Yeah.
And it didn't really try to deviate from the formula.
What's really impressive about it is that, yeah, it's a battle shonen, but it's not like, oh, Asta or Yuno are the only characters that matter, you know?
Yeah.
One of my favorite parts is when, spoiler, Magna beats the shit out of Dante. And yeah, he didn't...
That stuff went so hard for no reason.
So fucking hard. He challenged him to good old fisticuffs and whooped his ass, bro.
not only did it do that, it like elevated the power system too.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, okay, so even like regular common people can beat up high tiers if they want to.
Yeah. Like, I think all the characters, even like a lot of the characters, not all the characters, but a lot of the characters can stand on their own, as like really competent fighters.
Yes.
And even then, there are a lot of like supporting characters. It's not just...
Okay, let's get into the female characters, because I think the female characters are some of the best in Shonen too.
Dude, don't even need to tell me, bro. Don't even need to tell me.
Okay, so let's go on with Noelle first. Noelle, oh my god, she started off very obnoxious, and then she's able to like hold her own. Her growth, and then her getting back at her siblings too, was so good.
I know, and then the fact that like, yeah, she keeps getting stronger. She got her Valkyrie form, and then she got another form when she was fighting what was her name? The first demon general.
Honestly, I'm gonna say it, I think her character is better than Asta. Just from like all of her character development and stuff.
Asta doesn't really have character. He has character development, but his character doesn't change. You just learn.
Yeah, he's like Luffy. He changes everyone around him, but not himself, actually.
Yeah, so Noelle is really good, and then we got Mariola.
Yes, baby girl, Marioleona.
Oh, dude,
God, she's so fire, bro.
She's so badass.
Like, yeah, she's ready to scrap at any time, any opportunity.
Oh, so much more entertaining.
And then there's Charlotte too, and then you got the Dream Girl too.
Yeah, her. You got Charlotte's amazing. Charlotte's funny, but she's also really cool. You got what's her name?
One thing that's really strong about Black Clover, it's not a one-man show. You have to team up if you want to win.
Exactly.
So like every single character like kind of matters.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's what it means where it's not just it's and Asta and then that's it. No one else fucking matters.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel cheap either. It doesn't feel cheap when a character wins.
Yeah, okay, so like I was worried about this with Asta getting anti-magic, but like it never really felt like it was an ass pull at any point. Because I'm trying to remember.
It always balanced out to the fact that like, if a character had a ranged attack, then what was Asta going to do?
He would have to team up. He always had like someone helping him.
And sometimes just pure strength from another magic user could just like whoop his ass. Yeah. So no fights with Asta ever felt like boring.
And another thing they did really well is like they established the captains, but then they also like explained that they also have to train and get stronger too.
Yeah, the captains aren't just capped, they're not just like, oh, here they are.
That's so you get to see the captains grow and stuff all the time too. And my boy Yami, don't get me started on him.
Also,
probably one of my favorite mentor characters.
Also, spoiler, killed everyone in his village apparently.
My man said, Itachi had a point.
Yeah, he hit him with the Itachi, but I think you're right about the villains and like the beginning sucking ass, but like the series is very consistent, and that's something I always appreciate in my stories.
Yeah,
even if everything isn't always amazing, it's consistently like good.
I say we put it at the top of good.
Yeah, and this might change if the ending of the manga sucks ass, but I don't think it will.
No, we put it at the top of good.
Oh, top of good. Okay. There you go. What is this?
That is AIRGEAR.
What is it?
This was also by the same guy who did, I almost said Bomb Ahead, but that's the opening. What was that one show where it's Bomb Ahead?
Oh god, I know what you're talking about, but fuck, I don't remember the name.
Look it up right quick.
Fine, we're just gonna watch the opening.
We're gonna watch the full opening. I just want to know the name of the show. Tenjo Tenge. All right. Yes. Okay. You can click off now. So it's by the same guy who did that. So I think
you're about to get DMCA'd, bro.
I know. Yeah. Okay. So AIRGEAR was really good. It made skating cool.
I never read it or seen it.
So basically, it's like this skating manga, right? And so they have these things called AIRGEAR, but they use it's like high-tech skating. And the main character develops this this crew, and then they have gang wars and stuff with skates. And then at one point it starts getting more battle shonen because you get these special rollerblades, and they can shoot out gust of wind and stuff. So, okay, so I remember watching the anime and then it never continued, so you'd have to go read the manga. So I never got to finish it, but I remember just enjoying it. The OST was really good.
So just good.
Yeah, bottom of good.
Oh, dude, Tyler, I'm so sorry to the Fire Force fans watching. I fucking hate this manga. I despise Fire Force. I think it's awful.
It's awful?
The reasons why I think it sucks are the reasons why I think Black Clover is good. Like, the characters never fucking change. I swear, Tyler. They have their one character trait and they never break away from that. But the thing about Black Clover is that they were likable. In Fire Force, they were the most boring shit besides Arthur.
Okay, so basically, the writer of this series, do you remember the writer's name?
No, I don't remember his name, but he's a Soul Eater writer.
Okay, yes. This writer has like an old style of writing. So he's like the Hajime no Ippo, like that old school kind of writing where they kind of like, well, okay, his particular style is that he will give like a character like an archetype, like something they
an archetype. They give them a character archetype.
Give them a character trait, and this is your character trait. Your character trait is I want to be cool. So now we'll flash over to Soul Eater. So the character Soul, for a bunch of the chapters, all he was like, yeah, that's not cool, bro. Man, that was totally cool. Is that cool? Nah, that's not cool. Man, being with big titty girls is cool. And that would be like his whole character trait up until like the story takes off. So in Soul Eater, it wasn't that bad because like it only did it for like the main guys, and the girls never got it for some reason. The girls were like actual characters. And then whenever the main story actually started taking place, they didn't do that anymore. In Fire Force,
they kept doing
almost everybody has a quirk like that.
Everybody has a quirk, and it's so goddamn annoying. Like, why, especially Tamaki? Oh my god.
Oh, bro, Tamaki.
She's one of the worst female characters ever. She literally is just fan service.
She's not as bad as like Hibana though. She like calls you gravel with like dirt all the time.
I know, but I'm talking like Hibana's a minor character, right? Tamaki.
That's true.
Her last fight, spoilers. I don't give a shit. Her last fight in the fucking manga was again a joke fight about her fan service.
Yeah, literally every single fight she was in was joke fights.
Yeah, why? Like, every single fight. She didn't have one cool moment. She existed just to be a damsel in distress fucking fan service character.
And a one shot. She actually one-shotted like OP characters with her fan service though.
I know, but I don't feel good about it, you know? Like, I'm not opposed to fan service. I love myself some good old, like, fan service. But that can't be the whole character, you know? Like...
That's so true, bro.
And I thought Shinra was cool at first, but god damn it, man, did he get boring. He's like a beta Deku.
I thought he was... Actually, yeah, Deku's better. He's a better character.
Like, Deku had development. I really like Shinra's beginning, you know, where he thought he killed his family, you know, and then, like, there's all that shit. But then he doesn't change from there.
Yeah, until he gets his brother, and then after that, he's done.
The one thing I love about Fire Force is the ending because it connects it back to Soul Eater.
Dude, its ending was one of the best in Shonen.
It was amazing. I was like, oh shit, it made it worth it. But...
it actually made it acceptable.
But the rest of it, I was so bored, Tyler. Like, I also thought the villain was so generic, where it's like, this world's impure. I need to consume it in fire and create a new world. That shit.
I mean, it was a god, though. So, I don't know. I do think it's kind of bad, though. I'd put it in mid.
Oh, part of me really wants to put it in bad, but it has good art, and it's not terrible. I personally just hate it, but I know it's really
there's actually some stuff that's good about it, and the anime is actually decent.
Yeah,
the anime kind of carries the show. That's like Demon Slayer.
Yeah, we'll get to... Well, actually, no, Demon Slayer's right here.
Okay, we're getting into Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer sucks ass. I'll be real with you guys. The anime, it gets carried by its anime. It's not as good as you think, man. Like, okay, do you mind?
I like how we have two completely different series that one of them were like, we fucking hate this, and the other one's like, I don't really know. It's all right. It's pretty good.
So, do you mind spoilers?
I pretty much know what happens.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure the author actually got rushed into finishing this series. So yeah, the author had like trouble with her family or whatever.
Yeah,
and she had to like leave for like medical reasons.
Yeah.
So there's that fact. It got rushed. Second fact is like, I feel like a bunch of the characters didn't really get to develop. So Zenitsu got like this cool moment, and then he reverts back to his little scaredy cat moment. And then Inosuke gets like his butt like handed to him, and then he can't like. Inosuke really got shafted hard.
Well, the thing about Inosuke is that his name also contributes to his character. It's like Josuke, he's someone who helps, because Ske means to help or to assist.
So you're saying he's like a side supporting character?
Yeah, he's always been like an assisting character.
So okay, the thing is like Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke, they all three were like the trio. So Zenitsu got his cool badass moment. So Inosuke should have at least gotten one too.
Yeah, I mean. Dude,
especially against the demon who killed his mom. He should have like put in more work.
Demon Slayer has like some really good moments, like shining moments of like, oh wow, this is like really great. Like Rengoku and shit, you know, and Tengen. Those characters.
Okay. Tengen is the best Hashira, and then the wind guy, I can never remember his name. His name's like very close to anime. It's like Sumere? Look up the wind guy. I can't remember his name. Saname. Yeah, Saname is like
Saname, Tyler.
Saname, there you go. So I was saying Saname in my head. I couldn't say it out loud. Yeah, Saname was like really good too. I liked Giyu. But man, Tengen was like the only one who really had like a character arc / like, well, then there was Saname too.
Well, Saname, Tyler. It's Saname.
I'm thinking too fast.
There's a dude, I really like. I don't know. I think for me, Demon Slayer was like comfort food. You know, like I really liked the movie. I really liked I just think the characters are consistent, but I can definitely see like it's like Fire Force in that way, where it's like these characters have their traits and they never break away from those traits.
But they actually do it in a good way. It wasn't annoying.
Yeah, like Tanjiro is the same character from start to finish, but his character traits are so likable that you don't really care.
Maybe put it in the bottom of good.
I still think it's good. I don't think it's mid. Like I see all the things where everyone's like, this is like really bad. It's just carried by the anime, which I do think it is carried by Ufotable, but I think it's still good.
I'm trying to think of more things though, because I feel like there's a lot more I want to say.
Well,
I didn't really like
one thing. Muzan kind of sucks.
Muzan is the worst. He's like the worst shonen villain. Bro, how do you have such a badass intro and then you just like fall off like that, man?
Because he didn't have a character. I really thought when they introduced like the family that was with him, I thought they were gonna do some shit like he actually cared about them.
Yes. Like, okay. So what I thought was gonna happen was that Muzan was actually being like, oh yeah, the reason why I want to walk out in the sunlight would be like to hang out with my family, and that was the whole reason.
To be with his family.
And so that would have made a really good parallel to Tanjiro, because the whole reason he's doing this is for his family. So that they could parallel off each other.
There would be some really good conflict because Tanjiro wants to eliminate the king of all demons, but then by doing that, he would rob a child of his father or her father.
Yes, he would put him in the same situation he was in. And then they just threw that idea in the trash. Just like,
maybe that was the plan, and then she just changed it.
I don't know.
I thought that could be really interesting. Tyler, use that for Gifted, all right?
Maybe. I don't know.
There's a
And then I didn't really I wanted Nezuko to do more shit, because there was a point and then she like became a human and then she didn't do anything.
Yeah. There's a I think
kind of was an ass pull too. I didn't like the way it was handled.
The Hashira also have their own a lot of them are like one character trait, but they also just develop on their they have hidden traits that you can look for.
I honestly think the Hashira they're solid.
All of them. Yeah, I think all of them are really good.
I'm trying to think of any of else.
The villains were pretty.
Well, no, I think the twins.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Not the twins, but the siblings.
I was about
And
to say
then
the
you
siblings were really good. They made Lupe
Yeah.
cry, bro.
Yeah, I know that shit was sad. And then you go up. No, it literally was just Muzan sucks. And then
I don't remember. I haven't seen a lot about the other villains, so I don't know.
the next villain that's coming up in the sword, I think he sucks too, but everyone else is great.
Okay. So yeah, I think it belongs in good. Oh, one thing
Yeah.
about it is, again, it's carried by the anime, because I actually think some of the art in the manga isn't great.
Yeah, do you think bumping it up because of the anime or what? Are we just talking about the story?
See, I feel like that would be cheap. But we have talked about how the anime has carried some of these, you know?
Yeah, to be honest, if we said including anime, we just put in masterpiece. So let's just leave it. I think just leave it.
Okay.
Okay, part 4. All right, we can actually put it in great.
Yeah, part 4 goes in great. I don't think we need to say this. If you've seen JoJo's, you know why part 4 deserves to go here.
Part 4 is when I actually started liking JoJo. You get Josuke, who is like, he has more of a character than the other previous JoJo's. He has Jonathan's good nature, Joseph's funny personality, and Jotaro's silly moments all combined.
Yeah.
And so now we have a finally complex character.
He's a balanced character.
Yeah.
And also what's really great about it is that part 4 feels so natural, like in a way where it's like the story isn't about like defeating a villain until the end, you know?
Yeah, and then I actually like Jotaro in this. Like Jotaro is really good as a side character.
He's really good as like a big brother mentor character. You
Yeah.
know? That's just he works for who he is, and he bounces off Josuke very well as like this stoic, like older figure type to Josuke's youthful ignorance.
The one thing is like all the side characters are good, but because of that, there are times when Josuke I feel like should get the like leading role, but it gets taken away from him by other characters like Koichi.
That is the thing. Like people have complained about that, and my brother JC has complained about that too, where he's like, Josuke isn't the main character, and I was like, that kind of isn't the point though. Like the point is that Morio, the town of Morio, is like the main character, and Josuke's name also is like Inosuke's, where his name is to help or to assist, and that's why most of the time he's helping others. He doesn't normally solo anyone.
That is a good point. But to me personally, I just like having a main character who like do more.
I understand. I get that.
I think that's like a personal thing.
I really, but part 4 also, it has the best villain in JoJo's.
Yeah, Kira slaps, bro.
Kira is
him and Funny Valentine are really good.
Like I know all about Funny Valentine.
Oh man, he's. Do you think he's better than Dio though?
See, Dio is iconic. But if we're talking about like them as characters, especially in part 3, part 6, he has more of like a defined like personality. No, he has personality in all the parts. He's more realistic in part 6, but in part 3 and 1, he was a goddamn cartoon.
But that made him so good though. I loved it.
Kira is actually scary.
So is Dio though.
Dio's scary in a different
Okay, the thing about Dio is like I took Dio seriously up until Jonathan beat the fuck out of him and made him cry like a bitch. That moment was so good, but I couldn't take him seriously after that.
Well, here's the thing. Dio is scary in a different way. Dio is scary because he's an otherworldly threat that is so powerful that we can't fathom some of his strength. While Kira is a very realistic type of scary, someone who blends into society to disguise the fact that they're a monster.
You make a good point. I think I do like Kira more, but I was just trying to make it like an argument.
Oh, but Dio is fantastic. Like I think they're all really close. Like JoJo main villains, pretty much all of them slap.
Yeah.
But Kira is just like so good. Also, he bounces off some of the main JoJo's, his main JoJo more than some of the other ones.
Yeah.
Like he parallels Josuke to such a great extent, and you can have like a whole discussion about how he parallels with Josuke.
Yeah.
And also, part 4 is just super consistent. It's really good, and you could tell Araki that's when JoJo started becoming its own. You know?
I also really like the stands in that one.
When they started getting more creative.
I think with part 4 and 5 had the best usage of the stands, and then part 6 gets like way too complicated.
It gets really wacky.
Huh?
It gets really wacky in part 6.
Yeah, it's like too much though, especially like in a manga format. It's like too much, like on a page.
Yeah, where like that whole panel of Anasui literally explaining feng shui.
God.
Bro. Now you feel like no.
Okay. We gotta stop. Now you feel like put in number one.
Number
one.
Oh, we can't put it there.
I mean, greater masterpiece, but
Oh, dude, is it a masterpiece?
Okay.
Like you and I
like Bleach more than One Piece. I'm sorry.
Both.
I'm not sorry. I love Bleach.
I love it too. We both ride Bleach's dick. We're like the biggest Bleach fans, bro.
Dude, you know what's so sad? For so many years, Bleach got shit on by everyone.
It even got shit on by Shonen Jump. Like, people don't even remember the fact that it was part of the big three. Everyone thinks the big three was Naruto, Dragon Ball, and One Piece. It's like, no, fucking Bleach was there. It was part of the big three.
There is so much to say about Bleach. Okay, so we'll start off with Tai Kubo being oppressed by his by Shonen Jump.
By his editors.
Yes, his editors were trying to screw him over all the damn time, man.
And he still made it really good.
Yes. And then there is like towards the end a character gets killed off, but then the fans threatened him, and then
I know exactly who you're talking about, and you wait till the fans see that in 1,000 Year Blood War, man.
Oh my god! I'm kind of hoping he actually goes through with it this time. But yeah, he got a bunch of death threats and stuff over that.
He is heavily involved in the anime, so it might actually be a change.
So yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. And then just to clean up some of the war arc. I think out of Naruto's and Bleach's war arc, I think Bleach had the worst war arc of the two. Really? But I don't think it was bad.
I think the 1,000 Year Blood War is really cool. Like, it actually felt like it had more stakes.
Yeah.
People were like instantly dying in the beginning.
So another thing about Bleach as well is that the story is simple. It's literally Ichigo being like, yeah, I'm gonna save this person, and that's an arc. But that's not where the writing is put. The effort of the writing is put into. It's put into like the themes. It's thematics. So one thing that people don't know about is there is an old Japanese tale of like, I'm trying to remember exactly what happened, but it was like the moon reflecting off of water. And it's supposed to like symbolize Ichigo's Zangetsu reflecting off of Aizen, you doing like an illusion with his ability. So it's supposed to be like the moon being able to cut through illusions. Oh, so there's like stuff like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, with like the Zanpakuto, those like have like themes and stuff. I'm trying to remember if it was like the monkey staring at like the water and it's like trying to grab the moon. And so the monkey grabs. Oh yeah, that's Renji, because Renji had that Bankai. Yeah. So yeah, so it had like the monkey grabbing the moon, but because it was reflecting off water, it was an illusion.
Okay.
Pretty sure that's what it was.
So
it's like what I'm trying to say is like Gintama, where there's a lot of Japanese things tied to it. And so if you're probably like Japanese and was associated with that, you would like it a lot better.
I feel like Bleach just gets a lot of shit because if you're not vibing with the simple story and you're not vibing with Ichigo, then you won't really like the series.
Yeah, because one of the flaws is that it really focuses on like Ichigo. Like Ichigo has to clean up everything.
To a certain point, Ichigo's the only character that's important.
Yeah, and then you have like the captains, and the captains put in work.
And then like Rukia maybe, but goddamn, what about Chad?
Rukia's trash, bro. I'm so sad about that.
Don't talk about my girl like this. She's best girl in Bleach, bro.
Nah, that's Yoruichi, bro. Yoruichi had that shit unlocked.
Bro, I really like Rukia, but I get your point. There's a dude. Okay, what about Chad, bro? What about fucking Chad?
Bro, so whenever Chad got like the Diabolo stuff, I thought his power was gonna be like linked to hell or whatever.
Yeah.
But then, and then it was like, no, he's a Fullbringer. And it's like, gotta be kidding me.
Gotta be fucking kidding me, Kubo.
That low-key just nerfed Chad. That was sad.
People will say like, oh, why is Bleach so high up? It's because it's just fucking cool. Like, why can't we just like something because it's cool? Like,
And also the art is so good. Out of the big three, Kubo just slams the other two. Like Darth
Yeah,
Vader, he
like-
just soul crushes in them.
his character designs are top fucking tier, man. Like, see, I feel like Kubo was really good at character design, like really good, especially in the beginning, but he never got bad at it. And then Oda's
He wanted to be a fashion designer.
yeah, Oda's the best at like environments, like all, and especially like his environments are beautiful. And then Kishimoto was best at like 2-page spreads.
Yeah.
But Kubo was the best character designer. Like, and even then, like you said, I don't think the arcs are bad. They're nice and simple to understand, and they're just a marathon of cool fights. I think that's why I like
with that.
Huh?
Okay, and another thing too. So the 2000s shonen battle shonens are different from like the new age shonens. And some of the differences include like they have like longer chapters and stuff. So they would have like 500 chapters, and My Hero's ending at like 325 or something. And then yeah, like Demon Slayer ending at 200. You have like Jujutsu Kaisen getting, they have a lot, basically the newer stuff is a lot faster paced. And I feel like the fights in the newer stuff don't matter as much as in the old stuff. And that's because the old stuff usually has like themes woven into their fights. And the newer stuff is like, no, our plot / story is more important, but now we have to beat each other's ass so we can get to the story.
Yeah.
Um,
There are strengths.
yeah.
There are pros and cons to both those methods.
So I thought that was an interesting contrast between new and old shonen.
Yeah, I just feel like Bleach is cool. Like, and that's not really good analysis on my end. I just really like it.
Oh, and by the way, One Piece out of all three of the shonens had the worst fight. So for being a battle shonen and it has the worst fights.
Dude, Luffy wins all his fights just from Gum Gamuno, Gatoling.
I mean, he's taken some L's before.
I know, I'm talking about that's how he wins all his fights.
Gum Gatling.
Dude, I really want to put Bleach here, man.
We have to put it together with One Piece. I don't agree with. So do you think it's better than Gintama? It's above One Piece. It's above One Piece.
Okay, well, even if it looks like it's above One Piece, we'll just say that no, they're on the same tier.
They're all the same. We got you, One Piece fans. They're the same.
Yeah,
Got you.
we'll
Wink,
tell
wink.
them that they're on the same tier, but you and I know that it's better.
Wink, wink. They're on the same tier. You know, wink, wink.
Yeah. They're on the same tier. Don't worry.
Do we think One Piece and Bleach is better than Gintama?
I just put it here just cause. I think it's great, but I don't really know where I would put it above other shit. I guess if I were to watch any of these other shows or like read any of their manga, I'd probably watch those first. But I still love Gintama.
Okay, I just don't know enough about Gintama.
Golden Wind. This is
All
my
right,
favorite. This is
This
my
is the
favorite
best out
part.
of part 4, 5, and 6.
This is my favorite part in all of JoJo's. Like, masterpiece. Goddamn masterpiece.
It's not a masterpiece. What are you saying?
It's a fucking masterpiece, Tyler. It's a masterpiece.
It's better than One Piece and Bleach? No.
You think fucking Yu-Gi-Oh is better? Fine.
I put it there because it was iconic, bro.
I'll put
You
it there.
can
So
put
is
that
part
shit.
5.
You can put part 5 above Noragami at least, or you probably put it above Yu.
Fine.
Yeah, that looks good.
I don't think we really need to say what makes part 5 good.
We might as well say it while we're on it.
Um,
So, okay, my only critique I feel is I think Giorno is like the least interesting JoJo protagonist. I think Diavolo's the second worst villain in JoJo. The first being Cars. I think Cars sucks.
I do agree that Giorno could use work, but there are things I like about him. One thing I like is that he feels like a perfect fusion between Jonathan and Dio.
See, they didn't even really roll with that. They're just like, you know what? Did you know you're Dio's son? He was like, okay. And then they never really went on with
think about it. He, for Jonathan, he has that, like, infinite good nature, infinite goodwill towards man that Jonathan has for those that he deems worthy. Jonathan would try and save anyone, regardless of whether or not they were good or bad. While
I was saying I wanted more to like his plot / character being related to Dio.
yeah, that's what I'm like. I guess I was talking about more like how he deals with things. Because when he views someone as evil, he's completely ruthless to the point where he'll kill them and torture them like Dio would.
Yeah, that's true.
I thought it was a very interesting thing because at that point we never had JoJo characters besides like we never had JoJo characters kill mortals.
I feel like he would have been better if Giorno and Bruno mixed. It just became one character.
Dude,
that would have been so good.
Bruno,
Giorno would have been a great character if that was that.
But Bruno, man.
I love Bruno.
Dude,
I just
yeah,
think
besides Giorno, everyone else in Bucciarati's crew, incredible. Impeccable characters.
I really like those characters a lot.
They're all incredible. They all have really developed backstories. They're all funny as fuck. They're all charismatic. That's a JoJo character writing.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else. Sometimes the stamps are kind of whack. Like the one where it's like, I'm gonna get on my computer and make this person pregnant, and then
I think that's pretty fucking cool. There's a.
I mean, it's kind of whack, but it is cool. But it's like I don't know.
Also, I think La Squadra are the best group of villains we've ever gotten in JoJo's.
The best group? Yeah, okay.
Because they're not just like jobbers that are meant to be like defeated. They are, but they're actual like characters, you know?
I was gonna say, well, I kind of like part 4, but there was no crew.
There was no group of villains being assigned.
Just like, let me beat you up. Now we're friends.
That's one thing I also really liked about part 5 is that part 5 had stakes, you know?
Yeah,
like
okay, that's another issue with part 4. It's kind of like whack. It's like, what do you mean? You try to kill me? You know that fat kid who like tried to make money and then he almost killed Josuke and
Shigechi?
Yeah, it's Kugechi.
No, Shigechi, not Gogechi.
Shigechi, there you go.
There's a look. That's what I mean about part 5. Because even in part 3, while the villains always tried to like kill the heroes would just knock them out. You know? In part 5, they're like, I'm not stopping until you kill me.
Yeah, I like that about part 5.
Like it had really high stakes.
It felt kind of whack in some of the parts. It's like, dude, this guy's just trying to murk you. In part 4, it's like more acceptable because it's like, haha, we're in Sunshine Rainbow Town.
Yeah, but in part 6, especially with like Gwes, it's like she literally tried to kill you. And I guess Jolene's using her. Actually, it makes sense there because Jolene was just using her as like insurance. She basically made her bitch.
Yeah, true.
And I think Diavolo, there is good things to say about Diavolo. I really like the mystery behind his character. Like that's the best part.
The problem with him is that he has such stiff competition. It's just there's so many people that are better than him. You know what I'm saying?
The main villains are just so good that he just kind of like coasts. You know, like he's good for what he is.
All right, now we're doing Soul Eater.
Now, I have a little bit of bias because this is my second anime I've ever watched.
I think Soul Eater's manga is so much better than the anime. So in the anime,
believe it or not, contrary to popular belief, or contrary to what I'll have you believe, I have not actually read the manga of Soul Eater.
The Soul Eater manga is actually a lot better because, like, first off, Black Star gets like a lot more shine than he does in the anime. He gets kind of shafted in the anime. And then Kid got like the ending is so much better. And then they didn't have like any of that power of friendship bullshit. And then Maka punches like the villain. That was so stupid, bro. Oh my God. And
what are we talking about? She got that Zenkai boost, bro.
Yeah, and then it really hits like different stuff in the manga as well. You need to read it. It's really good.
I know, man, but like I'm judging it based on the anime, and fuck it, I have huge nostalgia for this anime.
Yeah, and then I almost said Black Clover, like, or Asta insteed of Black Star. Black Clover, Black Star. So, and then Black Star. So Black Star became the strongest character. So it didn't fall over to like, I'm the main character, so I'm the strongest. So that was cool. Black Star got a rematch with Kid, and Black Star won, so that was cool.
I feel like I feel like out of the three trio, I feel like the weakest character was Maka, at least in the anime. I haven't read the manga.
Yeah, I don't think she was bad. It was just because like I feel like the other guys got more focus or
She's
had more
definitely not
interesting
bad.
things. Because
Yeah.
like Kid was like, okay, I'm Death's son, so that's already fucking cool. And then Black Star, I had to make sure I didn't say Black Clover.
You gotta make sure you don't say Block Star.
Blasta? Yeah, Black Star also was like the son of like assassins and stuff, so he had that going for him. And then Mako was just like, yeah, my mom
I'm the
was
daughter. I'm the daughter of a death scythe.
Yeah, I was just like, okay.
Now, one thing I will say about the anime of Soul Eater is I think it is it speaks to my humor. I don't know. I hate Fire Force's humor. I fucking love Soul Eater's humor.
I don't know what it is either. And it helps like, okay, so the women also play like straight men to the guys, but that's also, it helps because they don't have like a archetype or character trait like I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
So they're able to like straight man for these guys.
The closest characters that have like their personality traits is that Tsubame is like super sweet, very nice, very
I mean,
calm.
but it's not like I'm a super sweet, nice person, and I'm doing super sweet, nice
It
things.
needs to be like that because it contrasts well with Black Star. And the one that's like, it's like Patty, where she's just like stupid. That's her character trait.
I mean, but it's not like, you know in Fire Force, they will say it out loud. And
Yeah,
they will,
he's like,
do
I'm
the
stupid.
action. Yeah, it's like, I will now, I'm trying to think of an example. You are worse. You must be stepped on. You are gravel.
Yeah.
You are gravel, you
Like,
are gravel.
yeah, the characters.
I tell you, you're gravel.
The characters just felt a lot more like balanced. Like when the characters had their traits.
Yeah, there you go. It had more balance.
I think when the characters had their one character trait, it was more for like comedy rather than trying to force comedy where it didn't belong.
Yeah.
Like I thought when Kid had his ADHD moments or his OCD moments,
His OCD.
it was the funniest shit.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I liked it.
Also, Soul Eater the anime for Soul Eater has my favorite filler episode of all time. It's the one where they're taking the test.
Yeah, that was pretty solid.
That one was fucking hilarious.
I was dying when Black Star was riding on the
He
wall.
drew
and
the
his
fucking
blood.
star.
He was like, good luck.
And he's just like, I'll fulfill your dying wish.
No, it was his autograph, right?
But yeah, he's trying to like signal to the soul, and he goes, "I'll fulfill your dying wish." He just puts his signature and goes.
Yeah, I was godly.
That was fucking awesome. For that, it belongs in good.
And also, the anime was like really good at its time too.
Yeah.
Like it popped off hard.
For me, that's just nostalgia. It goes good.
Do we put it? Yeah, okay, I think that's a good place.
Tyler, there it is.
Okay, put it. Okay, is it worse than the Natsu Taizai? I think it's better actually.
I'll make it a new tier.
On God, though. Oh.
Bro, it's the black tier. It doesn't even need to be. Ooh.
Put it in there, Jack.
Huh?
God. So, if you don't know about the Boruto anime, 80% of the Boruto anime is all filler.
I know. They literally have the show literally exists as a cash grab. The manga has the worst art out of any major shonen manga.
Okay, I actually have a vendetta against this show. So whenever Black Clover first started, Boruto actually started too, but they decided to put the money into the Boruto anime, and so because of that, Black Clover suffered.
Yeah, that I know.
So because of this fucking show, God damn it, my camera.
You got so fucking mad that your camera went.
Because of this show, Black Clover took a hit. It pissed me off because it took care of its popularity.
It's fucking garbage. Like, the fights are not interesting. And you know what? It's not. Okay, here's the thing. There are 1 to 2 moments in Boruto that I actually really like. But what's really fucked about that is that every time I thought something was good in Boruto, it's because it was with Naruto characters.
I know! Okay. Hold up. Kawaki, I said that really weird. Kawaki. Yeah, Kawaki actually kind of carries Boruto. Kawaki's actually a good character, and I think he's as good as, huh?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I love Kawaki.
But
I wish he was the main character.
yeah, instead of fucking Boruto, who's a worthless character.
Hopefully, whenever the time skip happens, they have a good contrast going on.
There's so much copium for the time skip, bro. They're like, just wait till the time skip. It's
Bro, the time skip. It's just so 250 episode, please, time skip.
There's a what was it?
Okay, and you know what bothers me about this? Some of it's like blatantly ripping off like Dragon Ball.
The androids.
Yeah, and then it's like, okay, so it's not that bad. I don't think it's that bad that it's like ripping off Dragon Ball, but you can see the Dragon Ball influence. And then they give the power system. They give one of the characters absorption. Absorption is one of the worst things you can do in a power system thing, because no matter what answer or like what they do, so like say they throw out rock, you're just gonna be like, well, I absorb rock.
I absorb.
You throw out scissors, I absorb it. You throw out paper, I absorb it. It's the answer to everything.
And then they gave
the bad power. You cannot have absorption. Even Toriyama, whenever he was making the first android, I forgot which fucking android was it, 16?
No,
he had absorption,
Android,
and then he was like,
19,
you know what? I'm making sure none of the other androids can do this.
Yeah, it was 19 and 20, and he said, I'm never doing this again because it made it boring.
Was it Android 16?
No, it was Android 19 and 20.
Oh, yeah.
It was Dr. Jerome.
Yeah. I was trying to make sure which one was which.
And then he got rid of them.
Yeah. And then I guess Kishimoto was like, well, hold up. Because Kishimoto didn't write it at first. It was someone else.
Yeah. And then Kishimoto started writing it, and somehow it got worse.
Okay, Kishimoto was supervising, so I don't want to hear anything. I don't know why he thought that was a good idea. It was dumb. I think he just got butthurt because Samurai, what the fuck was his sci-fi samurai series?
Canned, yeah.
So he's like, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm turning Naruto into a sci-fi.
Well, what makes it even worse is like I said, the parts I like from Boruto only have to do with Naruto characters. I actually like how Kurama died, contrary to popular belief. I thought it was fine. I thought it was really well done, especially in the anime. Like, I actually low-key got emotional.
It was so dumb how Sasuke lost his Rinnegan.
That shit, though, pisses me off.
Oh my god, bro.
Be overpowered.
He's like, oh shit, Naruto's getting nerfed? Gotta nerf Sasuke.
Instead of making Boruto actually strong, they have to nerf everyone else.
Well, now, like, Boruto and Kawaki are just, like, objectively stronger than them.
Dude, and also all the fights in Boruto go the exact same way, especially with Sasuke. Sasuke, he's like, I'll do some taijutsu.
I'm out of chakra.
He's like, I'll do some taijutsu, then I'll use Amaterasu. Oh, Amaterasu gets absorbed. Fuck.
I'm out of chakra, bro.
And and the only thing he ever does with the Rinnegan is he does the swap.
Teleport, the switch thing.
Which is cool, but that's the only thing he does. And he goes, yeah, oh damn, I'm out of chakra, bro. Sorry.
Like, my guy. Oh my god.
Like
Sasuke kind of sucks. Like, Naruto and Sasuke are supposed to be even, but Naruto's kind of like carrying Sasuke almost all the time.
Yeah, it's almost like it's like Dragon Ball Z. It's like Goku and Vegeta.
I don't think it's as bad as Goku and Vegeta though. Actually, it might be worse.
It's actually worse.
Like, you think so?
Because at least in like the super manga, despite the fact that the super manga is also not good, Okay,
yeah. So the problem with Sasuke is that he doesn't have as much stamina as Naruto, and Naruto has regen. And then you also have the fact that the enemy has absorption. So no matter what Sasuke does, even though he has more of like his attack potency is higher than Naruto, everything gets absorbed, and then Sasuke's like, well, fuck.
And also, what really pisses me off about Boruto is that its existence made Naruto's ending worse, because they're like, Madara was supposed to be the main villain, and it was like, oh, we got Kaguya because we want new villains to be in Boruto. We're gonna make the Otazukis. I
actually don't think that's bad, and we'll get to that whenever we hit Naruto. But I kind of changed my opinion on that.
Does that mean you like the Otazukis?
I don't really like all of them. It should have ended with Naruto, right? So I'm fine with Kaguya coming and doing all that stuff. But I think it should have ended there. I don't think Boruto should have existed.
The Otazukis are the most boring fucking characters.
They don't have really like a personality.
It doesn't help that every villain in Boruto is worse than Black Clover's villains. All of them have the same personality. I want power, and I'm going to be the strongest.
See, And then you got like Zagreus and Dante, and like Dante's like, I don't really know what I want, so I'm just gonna do whatever I want. So
Yeah,
that's
and
actually kind of
Zagreus-
unique. But
And
like,
then Zagreus was just like a shithead.
but see, like that whole thing is like tied to the plot of like Naruto and Boruto, and we'll get to that later when we actually hit like a good show.
I actually good show, yeah. I just don't think that like Boruto, from the moment it was announced, it had no reason to exist. We knew it was a cash grab.
Another thing was like really bad about Boruto is like there's so many characters that are just rip-offs of their own parents. So like you got Shukadai and he's literally just Shikamaru. And then you have like
Chozo?
Sai's kid.
Huh?
Who's Sai's kid?
Sai.
I forgot his name, but it's Sai's and Ino's kid. And it's
Yeah.
literally just Sai with like Ino's personality kind of mixed in.
And then there's fucking Chozo or whatever her name.
She's actually decent. She's like a character.
Oh, I don't like her.
I don't like her, but she's like a character. And then you got my boy Mitsuki and Sarada. They're actually pretty interesting, but like they don't get any screen time. Especially Mitsuki, he has Sage mode, and they don't do anything with him.
Well, because anything he throws out can just be absorbed. Do you see why fucking absorbing is a good thing?
I know. But the thing about Sage mode is a transformation, so it's a bit different.
I know. I'm numb. Like I'm numb after thinking about Boruto. I hate it. Like I hate.
What is there else like? Kawaki is actually a great character. I think he should have been like a Naruto character. I think that he's that good.
It would have been cool. It would have been really interesting if like Kawaki started off as the main character outside of the Leaf Village, and later on he met Naruto and Sasuke.
And that'd be. And then he met Boruto, and then Boruto kind of skipped through all that baby bullshit.
Yeah, like that's like it just because the problem was that like the show started off, it was like the Leaf Village is okay, it's a time of peace, and we're gonna do the Chunin exams. This is exactly like the series you just watched.
But it's the Chunin exams, but it's everything but worse. And another thing, like, okay, so coming off the heels of Naruto, so whenever it first started Boruto, there was the theme of cheating versus hard work. And it's like, that's a pretty good theme, but you're coming off the heels of Naruto. We need something bigger than that. I don't know.
Naruto had a great theme. It was about like peace and like overcoming hatred, you know? Like,
there's also more themes about, there's so much to say about Naruto.
Yeah.
Let's get off this fucking show. Next.